Finally, a new buggy. So, the first started out with the red ant and the spider buggy. Those are the first ones. In my opinion, I really like the red ant buggy, but it just has a lot of weird problems. Like, you get it, and then it's like you're stuck with it until the orb weaver, which is after the statue. I kind of wish that there was other tier 1 buggies. Like, I would have maybe like a roach buggy, or not a roach, but like a, little roach. A little baby roach. And then obviously you have the orb weaver, who is a tier 2, which makes sense. Orb weavers are tier 2, but then you have a tier 3, which honestly I would just move this ladybug back. I would move it to a tier 2 and I would make it the orb weaver one, and then I would have the potato bug as a tier 3. And then the potato bug could probably have like flavored water instead of regular water. Like maybe the ladybug only gets regular water, whilst the potato bug gets juice water, and it gets slow and maybe even cause sizzle or whatever you want. And then obviously this one, which is just the red ant soldier, but comes with an alt ability, which is to fling tang instead of the other one. So it can still recruit, it can still gather, it can do all that if we actually switch to the other one. There you go, sandwich. You can see it has carry, so it can carry things, which is, decent, I guess. Where's the throw? There you go. So he can throw things, and the other one can throw globs. So there's a massive difference between the two, which, if you're a sandwich, we'll call you taco. And the next one could be something else. Swap. Deposit. Withdraw.
Welcome to the crew.
Well, there's the crew. So yeah, this one like flings tang, and that means the fire ant's gonna fling spicy, and then you have a minty one probably in the works. I don't know what the minty one could be. Maybe a
Take a breath, big guy.
I'm trying to think like what could be minty. Maybe the sugar ant could be minty. Sugar ant would be interesting. Don't walk into that. Well, somehow you live, which is weird.
Oh, snap! Another one down.
Yeah. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. So yeah, there you go. You fling sour. Fire ant's probably gonna fling spicy, and then there's probably gonna be a minty one in the future. I don't know about salty though. I think salty should be the termite. Termites are definitely salty, because like they're supposed to retain moisture and all that. So what if they change them to not do that? If you change the termite to be a salty creature, it would remove the salty weakness, making it a lot more useful to the lady, I forgot her name, the masked stranger. It'd make the masked stranger use it a lot more, and it would make a lot more sense for the masked stranger to get rid of its salty weakness for a more traditional, like, weakness. I don't know. Termite being salty would make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe termite would be minty. Who knows? That'd actually be kind of cool if they made the termites minty with their little globule that they make. It's an acid glob, but it would be a minty version instead. It'd basically be the reason why there's tang, and then there's spicy and minty, and then you have salty. Salty would probably be really fun. I just realized you're dirt, but you're on brick. Oh no. Anyway.
Don't stir up the bug.
Another thing you could do if you do what I'm doing and you're saying like, okay, we'll do exactly what Ember says and fix it up. What you could do is just make it to where their abilities are stronger and different, and if you want to still keep these bugs, you just like make a thing for them. Like, I guess the buff and barrel is exactly that. It'll probably buff them up to be stronger. It'll probably make it to where they can have the same abilities as the other ones. Because I remember hearing from an interview when they were talking about the garden, they said something about, we want you to keep your buggy throughout the journey. And if that's the case, that's cool, but like, I still want the wolf spider like buggy. I still want the, you know, potato bug buggy. I still want the buggies of upgrades, you know? Like, you have the ladybug family, you have the ant family, spider family, the beetle family. You got the you know, roly-poly family. The roly-poly family could be like the roly-poly, a centipede, a millipede, and probably like a smaller like isopod guy. You can have a smaller isopod. There's smaller ones. I forgot the name of them, but there is little bitty isopods that are similar to the roly-poly, but they're smaller. And then you'd have the scorpion family, which would be like the scorpion, the black bark scorpion, and then you'd have another mini version of a scorpion. Let me think. I don't know what kind of animal that would be. That'd be similar to a scorpion and would be a part of the scorpion family, but would be weaker than the northern scorpion. Because, like, there's the bark scorpion and then there's the northern scorpion. So would we have a southern scorpion? I don't know. It's just there's a lot of things that would make a different type of bug be mountable. Plus the termite. Like, the termite is a part of the, you know, ant family. It should just be a part of that. And you'd have the termite queen, which would be similar to the ant queen and the black ant queen and the fire ant queen. And the termite queen, you'd feed her like a special type of splinter stew or something, and bada bing, she would present to you like some rewards. I still think there should be ant queens, but I don't think they should give passives or babies. I think they should just give you like, you know, goop, which would make sense. My phone is buzzing. Where is my phone? I think it's on the table. Anyway. Nothing I can do. My phone is far away. Ooh. Man, that's got some stank range to it. Jesus. What other families are there? Obviously, there's the bee family, because it'd be bee, wasp, and then any other bees that they add in the future. Probably a carpenter bee, which would be like a tier 3 bee. Carpenter bee would be kind of cool. It'd basically be a wood-bearing bee, and it'd probably fight with the termites. There you go. I'm loving this buggy. This is like a combat-heavy buggy. And I think the dead bodies were what I left behind, so... Yeah, I left behind a couple of dead guys before. I don't remember when I did it, but I remember I was down here before. I don't know why it was sealed off, though. Maybe it was sealed off because... sealed off because of the updating, so it probably got rid of some things. I don't know. But that kind of makes sense to me. What other things could they add? I know they said they don't want to add frogs, but I think frogs would be pretty easy. I know they're like, oh, well, this is supposed to be the bug games. We can't add anything. No, you can add frogs. Because frogs would be, like, tiny. There's a lot of very tiny frogs that get eaten by wolf spiders. There's very small frogs, which would be a tier 1 and give you some early game amphibious stuff. Then you'd have tier 2 frogs, which would still be frightful. They would still run away. And then the tier 3 frog would be a toad, and it would actually fight you. The toad would be about the size of a mantis. It would be relatively big, but not big enough to be like, holy crap, you know? It'd be a relatively big creature, but not big enough to actually, like, be considered too big. I would say it would be roughly the size of a mantis. Speaking of mantis, are you here? I got this. There he is. Yeah, it'd be about the size of this leaf. That'd be how big the toad would be, and then half of that would be the tier 2 frog, and then half of that would be the tier 1 frog. Tier 1 frog would be about the size of a red ant, and it'd just jump away as quickly as it can. That would make sense, you know, like little froggies. And then you'd have the same thing as lizards. You'd have a little lizard, you'd have a gecko. You know, you'd have lizard, gecko, newt, and obviously the other lizard, which I forgot the name of. There's a certain type of a skink, and all of them would just run away from you. They would just be like decorative. You'd see these really cool like lizards just running by, and if you were able to attack them, they wouldn't fight back. They'd just continue to run away, and maybe you'd get some, you know, lizard skin. You'd get some, you know, lizard scales. And then obviously King Dozer, who is a lizard, would provide those same things. You know? But he's like a real lizard. He's like a big one, not like a gecko. Gecko would be very similar in size to the mantis. It would be big, but it wouldn't be huge. I don't think they understand how small some of these creatures can actually be. Like, there's a lot of frogs that are very, 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 very small. Smaller than even a beetle. Like, they can be very tiny. Including lizards. Lizards can be very tiny, too. And when it comes to the programming, forget about it. Like, it's so easy. You just copy King Dozer's movements and just make it to where they do those same types of movements. And as for frogs jumping, like, you already have a couple of jumping animations from the cricket. So you just copy something like that. You'd copy a jump animation, you know. But instead of it, you know, being the model of the cricket, it'd be the model of the frog. It would copy the same programming, but it would be a different creature. I don't know. Maybe I'm wishy-washy. Maybe I'm wishy-washy. But you know, I'd say that'd be a perfectly fine situation. Like, what other bugs could you possibly add? You already added like most of them. Like, what? You got the wasp. Hang on, let's see. We got wasps. Obviously, we got the earwig, but we don't have the other earwig. I'm missing something here. I don't know what that could be. I'm missing a tier 1. Is that little scorpion, maybe? Baby scorpion? I think that might be baby scorpion. Then I'm missing the little spiderling, and I think I'm missing the whatchamacallit. Oh, I was missing the larva.
Yeah, boy. Slam.
Made a little too much noise there. There you go, spiderling. Scorpion, spiderling. There you go. Alright, who am I missing? 2 more, probably from the garden. 1 more, that's clearly the grub. Where is the grub in the ground? Where is that little grub? To be fair, I don't really think about grubs, to be honest. Okay, who else am I missing? So there's 1 more harmless. Is that the crow? That's the crow, dumbass. That is the crow. I know where the crow is. That motherfucker is chilling. See, what's annoying about the bird is that it's completely random if you find it or not. And then it's completely random if it does land near you. Yeah, that's empty, so that means... There you go. Slurp. Slurp out the other one. There you go, let it build. My god. There you go. Thought I saw a bug. Consume.
Man, I miss roasting.
Crow! Where are you, Crow? Yeah, I have a lot of problems with this game, but I think this area is like one of the few that like I don't have a problem with. One of the few areas that I actually do really like. Because you can actually go around, you can see all these beautiful like little hedges and stuff like that, and you got this beautiful oak tree. I wish I could base here, but like this is like far away from everything. Like you are in a corner of the map that is completely pointless. That's why I'm hoping that the zip lines basically fix all that. More than likely what they're gonna do is they're gonna make the zip lines kind of pointless. They're gonna make it to where the ants and the whatchamacallit, they're gonna make it to where the spider is a lot more useful than the zip line. You gotta wait for him to explode. They're gonna make it to where the zip line is completely pointless. I can already feel it. I can feel it. I already know it. Fucking the zip line's gonna be completely pointless, and the only thing you're able to do is just use the whatchamacallit, the spider to get around. It says I'm near a tooth. There's a cave system nearby, huh? There's a cave nearby. It's gonna be annoying about it. Honestly, no clue. I have no idea where the fuck this tooth is. Probably a cave system nearby the tree that I have to go inside of in order to find it. It's gonna be annoy about it. Very annoy.
Gross! Gross!
Thank you. As much as I hate the cobwebs, I mean, like, they're meant to be an obstacle. It's just really annoying to have to deal with the cobwebs. Golden caterpillar. You found the golden caterpillar. Caterpillar. See, why can't the caterpillar be like the tier 1 hammer? You know, like caterpillar, tier 1 hammer, you use it to slam into rocks and stuff, and it's a really easy, you know, mount because it's just a friendly guy. There you go. It's just a friendly little, like, wormy worm, and you just gotta befriend it and do things with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy. Slam!
Slammed it. Is this tier 2? No, it's tier 1. Hang on. I'm not wasting my good bomb. Fuck that. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's my teeth looking like? 2 more for inventory, but I can do like max health. Yeah. A little bit more health for the buggy.
Give me
I remember there was a big white bucket, and it was filled to the brim with teeth, but I don't remember what location it was in. I couldn't remember if it was on this side of the hot dog cart or if it was on the other side. I remember there was a bucket, and it was a white bucket, and it had an absolute metric ton of acorns in it. That is what I remembered. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't remember how I saw it. All I know is that there is a bucket, and it is a paint bucket filled with acorns somewhere around here. I don't know, fucking maybe it's on this side. Also tooth, little TV right here. Give me that bad boy. Thank you. Also, give me that other bad boy right there. Look at that right there. Boom. Give me some of that rust. Might need it in the future. I don't know. See, it says there's a bunch back there. But that's just normal, like, ones. Like, if it was, like, multiple icons on one spot, that'd make more sense to me. That'd make more sense. See, I'm so confused because I remember there was a spot specifically filled with a ton of the stuff, but I don't remember where that bucket was. Now I'm actually like curious, man. All right, there was two answers. They said Pine Hill Ranger Station, which I'm assuming is my, acorn bucket right there. And then it also says by the pine hill, by the pine tree, which could mean that one over there. So let me get off of my Aunt Bucky, because I had fun with him, but now it's time to swap. I need speed. We're going to run over to the pine tree and see where that bucket is. Because the second I find that bucket, I'm going to fucking memorize the fuck out of it. Because I remember there was a bucket and it had pine trees in it, and I want to get it. The thing is I don't remember there being a white bucket around here, but who knows? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see none of that. It lied to me. Oh my god. Wolf spider. Wolf spider, hello. You're terrible at fighting, bye. Alright, so it definitely means the other pine tree. So let's go to that one. What the hell is that? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. How the hell do you get that? What kind of parkour shit is that? I guess you jump over, but like... What kind of shit is that? How am I supposed to get that shit? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Stay here, bug. There you go. No, I'm not gonna edit. Fuck that. Fuck this. This episode's gonna be 2 hours long because of that comment. I heard that. No, I'm not gonna make it 2 hours long. Fuck that. This takes too long. I'll probably... What I will do is we're gonna have to have a couple stinkers because like some of these are just grinding. Like I am literally just grinding for resources, and some of them I'm just gonna edit down into nothing. But yeah, like there's absolutely no reason for me not to do this because I have to grind for the materials. I have to do everything before the pond, because the second that pond shows up, that is it. It is pond update time, and it is full-on episodes of the pond. I have been waiting for this pond update for way too long. Because, like, I've been wanting to go into a pond for a long time. Because, like, in Grounded, the pond is so bare and minimum. You have 3 enemies. You have the regular, you know, whatchamacallit, the water flea. You have the water flea. You have the spider, the water spider, diving spell spider. That's what it's called. And then the other enemy, which is unable to be fought, the koi fish. And it's like, why? Why do you have only 2 regular enemies and 1 big enemy that we can't fight? It is so stupid. And then eventually, you start to slowly realize the pond is tiny. Like, the pond is absolutely minimum. Like, there is, like, little to nothing to do in the pond. After you've completed the pond lab, it is done with. There you go.
Let's go. Look at this.
There you go. But yeah, after the pond, there's nothing to do with the pond. The pond is completely pointless after the lab. And it's sad, because it's like, I like the water. It was such a cool idea. It was scary. You know, you went into the water, and it was like Subnautica all over again. You'd see the bottom, and you'd be like, I don't want to go down there. But again, the pond was super shallow, super minuscule amounts of things to do. The only thing to really do down there was to do the lab. And that was it. You didn't have any reason to be in the pond. It would have been cool if the pond had like a secret, like, you know, area that you could swim up into in order to swim into the upper pond, and maybe have spiny water fleas block you. If it was like that, where you'd have to like go inside of a special tube that would be like a water pipe that would blow water into the other smaller pond, that would have been 100 times more better than what we got. And I do mean more better, because what we got was good. It just needed a little more. If you were to go through a pipe that would have shot up into the upper yard, that would have been so cool. Maybe you fall down a waterfall and then you're introduced to the upper yard, and your main method of getting up there was to go through a pipe.
Come on, keep going.
Oh my god. This sucks. Okay. I wanted to fight the bee. He was messing with me. Eh. Speeder. Get down here, Speeder. Speeder. Thank you.
Hey, Bill Brown. Let's go.
But yeah, like, the pond had nothing. I would argue that you could probably add some other pond-esque things to the beginning area. Probably dig out some, like, little holes that could go into, like, little water areas that was filled up by, like, some, you know, cup of water or a bucket of water. You know, there was a couple of buckets just kind of chilling around here. And I think they could totally make a bucket that's just, like, there's a hole in the side, you jump in, water fleas, you know, right there. Or maybe have like a little water pipe that shoots water into like a little garden or something. Speeder. I'm not fighting the wolf spider. I already killed him a billion times. I'm fine. 29 times is enough to kill a wolf spider before I'm tired of it. It's like the original Grounded all over again. I'm just like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to deal with them. That reminds me, did I do you?
I promise.
Oh yeah, I did you. I know I did your ass. Come here. Yeah, I've done you. Up here, up here. There you go. Oh my god. There you go. I'm surprised I didn't do the orc ladybug. Seems like an obvious one. Alright, we're gonna jump off and we're gonna go over to the fucking thing. Hi. Now, I did say something about the picnic table having one. So, ambush. So you have more defense and you're faster. Apparently you're sour too, which is interesting. Oh no, the buffing gland, oh no. I don't have inventory. Get out of me, get out of me. There it is. Thank goodness it doesn't like delete it. That is so good that it's just an item on the ground. Holy shit. I would be upset if my buffing gland would have gotten deleted. Good god. Anyway, let's look for the bucket. It said there was a bucket by the pine tree. It said that there was a pail, which is the one I use. And then it said there was a bucket by a pine tree. So I know there is a bucket. Now I gotta find it.
Take a breath, big guy.
What? Oh. I got confused. Confused me. There you go. How many teeth have we found so far? 2, 2, 2, and 3 for the health. I will do revive pool. There you go. 50% of its health instead of the before 4. As much as I would like to have the extra inventory, I don't think that it is necessary really. That's just a regular acorn. That's the garden pail over there. It said that there was a thing near the pine tree. Yeah, those are clearly on the stilts. I know where that is.
Hey, Bill Drop. Let's go.
I might want to look it up again just so I can find like where the fuck that is. Because I am so confused. It says it's near the pine tree and I'm near both pine trees and I cannot find it for the life of me. That is a weird looking thing right there. What the hell is that? What is this? Oh, it's wood, but it's like weird.
See ya, little fella. Woo! Let's go.
Give me a taco.
Woo-hoo!
So what's up with this location? Hello, baseball. Welcome to the team, champ. Damn. Well, that's borderline depressing. Welcome to the team, champ. Damn. I hope they weren't shrunken down and killed.
Just looking, I promise.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Got that woozy in you. Got that woozy.